Fresh off the plane from San Antonio, Joe Golding and the UTEP Miners back touching down in El Paso with two big home games coming up this week. We now bring in head coach Joe Golding for our weekly coaches show. Coach, you guys have won 4 games on the road this season, a big step forward for you in year 1.
Yeah, we've played well on the road. You know, you look, had a couple big non-conference wins, and then here we've had 2 conference wins in a row on the road. So anytime you can win on the road, you celebrate those things. They're hard to get. Any win in college basketball is hard to get, but when you can get some on the road, it definitely helps.
Talk about Jamal Bieniemy, already his numbers now moving forward. His confidence growing by the game. He really feels like, if he's not the best, one of the best guards in conference.
Yeah, he's playing really well. I'm excited for him. I'm more proud of him behind the scenes. I think his leadership and what he's developing as a leader, we're still working on it. There's still things like I was on his butt the other night in San Antonio, some tight huddles and some ways to close the game, but he's growing in that, and he's come leaps and bounds from when we first won. I love the kid. I love the relationship that I'm building with him. I'm happy for him and the way he's playing. He's playing like an elite guard. I really think him and Sule both are. You look at Sule's growth. If you really watch Sule, he's diving on the floors for loose ball. He's guarding other teams' best defenders. He's had a lot more assists and turnovers here over the last 2 or 3 weeks. He's shooting great shots, and he's closing games for us. And so when you have 2 elite guards like that on the floor, it definitely makes you a better coach.
Talk about diving on the floor. Are you starting to see some similarities between the hunger, the teams you had at ACU, now starting to take shape?
Yeah, you're starting to see it in practice. I've really seen it over the last 3 weeks in practice. It's really starting to mirror some of our teams at ACU. You know, we practice hard, even game days. You know, night before games we get after it, and this group was real hesitant on that at first. But you're starting to see that, and we're starting to get an identity of how we practice and how we play and what's important to us. And obviously the Old Dominion win, I think, was a big win for us, and just you know, how it happened and how we continue to fight and the way we won with some grit, some physicality, some toughness. I think was really good for this team.
Florida Atlantic coming to town on Thursday night. They're leading the Eastern Division, kind of a surprise, but still that makes it that much bigger again.
Yeah, Dusty's doing a great job with that team. They're playing really, really well. They have 3 guards that can really score the basketball. They average 9 threes a game. Obviously coming off 2 big wins here with Marshall and Western Kentucky. I think they beat Charlotte. I think they're coming in here on a 3-game winning streak. So they're playing some really good basketball. And anytime you got a chance, you know me, I don't look at conference records right now or the standings, but I do know this. You know, they've won 3 in a row. They're playing really, really good basketball, and we got our hands full on Thursday night.
Well, you guys have won 3 in a row here as well, too. Returning home, how important now is that home crowd, especially trying to continue a winning streak?
Yeah, I've said this from day one. You know, we're trying to push the fan base, and I can't thank the crowd enough and the fans that have come out to support us. I know our players are very appreciative. I'm very appreciative. Our staff is very appreciative. But if we're going to continue to build a program back here at UTEP, we've got to get the crowd. There's a direct correlation between attendance and winning basketball. There's no secret to that, and so we've got to continue to build the crowd back in the Dawn. You know, it's one of the toughest places to play in the country, Nate. When the crowd's there. When the crowd's engaged in it, and hopefully they'll come out Thursday. I know our fans are excited about the last 3 games. They want a winning product on the floor, and I know we have a passionate fan base. And again, very appreciative, but we need the Dawn rocking.
And talk about, as a player and a coach, what that does for you guys on the court.
Yeah, you can just feel it. You get goosebumps, you know, and even in the crowds that we've had this year, when the crowds got involved, they've helped us win games. At times when we were struggling, trying to get back in games, or at times when we've gone on runs, and when the crowd gets into it, goosebumps, you know, your hair raises on your arms a little bit. It's loud in there, and, you know, we can still get better crowds. You know, we're going to continue. We have to get better crowds. We have to get people back in the Dawn, and you know, to support this basketball program. And when the crowd is loud and the crowd is engaged in the game, it's definitely one of the best home court advantages in the country.
And I know, Coach, you're a day-by-day guy, but these 2 games at home giving you a chance to even put more space between that win and loss record, especially going on the road at North Texas. And
yeah, again, just trust the process, Nate. Just trying to get better each and every day with this team, and when you do that and you continue to improve, good things happen for you when you look up. And so that's our plan. That's been our plan from day one. You know, obviously it's better to win games than lose games, so the last 3 games have been a lot more enjoyable for us. But we look forward to it. What a great opportunity, man. You go and win on the road, and now you've set yourself up with 2 home games here. Again, like you said, here in El Paso, and we got to take advantage of that. We've lost some games here at home this year, and we don't like that. And you got to win. You got to protect home floor, and we have the opportunity to do that this week, but it's going to be difficult. It's going to be tough. We got 2 great opponents.
Lastly, game on Sunday, so you guys had an off day. I'm at Monday. You're rocking the sweatshirt. How do you usually spend your off days?
Yeah, sorry, man. I didn't.
No,
have
I'm saying it looks good. That's
I've been in
what
the
I'm
film
wearing on
room,
my off
man.
days.
Obviously, got the chance. Yesterday, we had 3 hours in the airport, and so watched a little bit of the football, and then watched the game. So I was already caught up with that, and then I've just spent all day today on Florida Atlantic. The NCAA makes you mandate a day off, so today was our day off. Our guys needed it. It was a long week for our guys, and we'll get back to work tomorrow on Florida Atlantic. And so my day was spent in the film room, and then I'll leave this afternoon and do a radio show tonight, but spend some time with the kids and family today too.
Coach, I'm not jonesing on you there. You're lucky I'm wearing pants on my off days, man. That's how I.
Yeah, I don't even know what this sweatshirt. I think this was an old Little League baseball tournament. It doesn't even fit me. Like little tight on me, but. This El Paso weather, man, I love it, man. It's great, man. They say this is cold, but I love it, man. I wear, you can wear shorts, you can wear a little fleece, and it's comfortable.
You a baseball player back in your day?
No, been to. Well, I did actually. Yeah, I played high school baseball. Wasn't very good, but was a high school. I played all three sports. I'm a big believer in that. Get involved and play as many sports as you can. I want my kids, but I've been to plenty of youth baseball tournaments with my children. So. Is what it is, Nate. Hey, real quick, if you don't mind, I want to mention this, and I know we're probably limited on time, but just want to say that our thoughts and prayers are to Coach Forbes' family. We've spent a lot of time talking about him this past week, and I don't know him as well as many of you guys do, and the community knows him, but I had the opportunity to meet him twice, and just what a humble man, and a man that lived his life with humility and served other people his entire life, never was about himself. And we've talked a lot to our guys this week. We look forward to celebrating his life at some UTEP games here in the near future, and I just want to say our thoughts and prayers are with him and his family.
But really around the community in my time here, the outpouring support from coaches within the community, players within the community, people who played for Coach Forbes, I've never really seen anything like that. I mean, dating back to maybe.
Yeah, and I think when you serve people, Nate, and you care more about other people than yourself, and you spend your life, doing those types of deeds, you're rewarded. So you don't get to see the reward. I'm sure he's looking down on it, but I was at the Coronado game with my son, and we had a moment of silence, and people spoke. I know all across the community on Friday. I know people did the 10-second violation, the 50 seconds of silence, but what a great way to honor the man, and he'll continue to get honored, and rightfully so.
No doubt will be at his alma mater, the Haskins Center, watching from above as the Miners take on Florida Atlantic Thursday night. Coach, thanks so much for dropping by.